You talk about C4, colossal clean crawled corpus, as the massive data set used to train NLP models like GPT-3 and T5, and how Wikipedia is one of the top contributors in the C4 data set. And Wikipedia is obviously highly biased. The majority of its contributors are 87% male, 27 years old, educated, single, without children. This lack of diversity amongst contributors leads to obviously a very narrow viewpoint of a bunch of various subjects. How can we work towards creating a more balanced and unbiased data set while still leveraging the vast and valuable information available from sites like Wikipedia? How can marketers who are listening to this right now ethically use AI tools, aware of the inherent biases, to create campaigns that are fair and unbiased?
I think the way around this would be thoughtfully curated and documented data sets, which we're working on, but we're still like a ways off in terms of having something as vast and as powerful to fuel something like what we see with ChatGPT. But that, in my opinion, is a step closer, because if we even have like rough understanding as to what went into a model, we can know what to look out for, right? We can be more aware of what those issues and problems might be emerging from this technology. And you'd be shocked at how little documentation there is, even at some of these massive tech companies, with the data that they've trained these bigger models on. I mean, it's pretty crazy. It really does come down to how can we have a more representative corpus of what we have in the real world, right? Of mixed views and perspectives and history covering the different people that live in it. I mean, Black history alone is like largely underrepresented on Wikipedia. And as consumers, it's so important to be aware of this. And something that I try to do through my talks, because I feel like it might be most memorable, is like through examples and stories of how this has gone wrong previously and what to look out for. One recent thing I came across where it really kind of shocked me that the marketers signed off on this was with the PGA. So the PGA released these player headshots that were basically completed the body using AI. And when I first saw this, I was like, how cool is this? Like a melding of like two of my favorite things. And then I'm flipping through the images and I get to Tony Finau, and he's a darker skinned man, and they have him basically, it looks like he's standing in like a dump. It's like all dirt mounds in the background, and then the only Asian player is basically seen looking like he's building something out of like wood, and I don't know, very strange. But they're essentially the only two non-white players that essentially break this headshot background. And the fact that I'm assuming, just thought it was funny and didn't pause to consider why would this be, and instead let it go through to Instagram. And it also, like, oh my God, like I think of little kids right now. It's like, how are these things going to shape their worldview, right? So that should have been stopped or maybe highlighted as an issue with these models before ever seeing the light of day. So yeah, things like that, marketers have to be on high alert for, like, especially, it's so clear and evident with the image generation stuff. They're starting to get a little bit better with diversity, but you really have to prime them for it. But yeah, having that general awareness, I think, is everything.